First, the top news headlines. Chief Minister Nongthomen Biren holds deliberations on replacing illegal poppy cultivation with high-quality value crops in Jhum areas. Manipur police issues guidelines for public for maintaining law and order during New Year celebrations. State government will strengthen war on drugs campaign. Leave no stone unturned to root out drug menace from Manipur, says Chief Minister. Department of Personnel and Training extends term of present Chief Secretary of Manipur Rajesh Kumar by another 6 months. And World Health Organization concerned about rising reports of severe cases across China after the country's largely abandoned its zero COVID policy. A very good evening. You are watching IS English News. Before we begin, IS News would like to remind our viewers to practice physical distancing, hand hygiene, wear masks, protect yourself and get vaccinated to ward off COVID-19. This is SURAJ Khongban Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. Chief Minister Nongthomen Biren chaired a meeting on a project proposal of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Department for alternative to Jhum and taking up terrace cultivation in hill areas today. The meeting was held at CM's Secretariat. During the meet, the Chief Minister and the officials deliberated on replacing illegal poppy cultivation with high-quality value crops in Jhum areas on an integrated approach. They also discussed necessary measures on bringing a permanent replacement of illegal poppy cultivation and carve-out strategies on developing a permanent farming system through the construction of terraces. Chief Minister N. Biren during the meet said that such measures will enhance the income of farmers and improve the economy of villages in the hills. Minister of Horticulture and Soil Conservation Letpa Hokip, Minister of Forest, Environment and Climate Change Thongam Biswajit and top officials were present during the meet. The meeting came days after Chief Minister N. Biren warned stern action against illegal poppy cultivators, stating that the matter would be handed over to the National Investigation Agency NIA or the Narcotics Control Bureau NCB if they refuse to respond positively to the state government's repeated appeals to stop drug trafficking and poppy plantation. Early this year, Biren had announced that the positive response from the tribal chieftains over stopping poppy cultivation was overwhelming. He distributed substantial cash to several chieftains to help them switch over to other non-poppy plantations after destroying the poppy plants. It may also be mentioned that Chief Minister N. Biren launched the alternative farming system for tribal Jhumis poppy planters in 10 districts of the state, namely Churchandpur, Farjol, None, Tamenglong, Senapati, Kangpokpi, Ukhrul, Kamjong, Tengnupal and Chandel district on December 15. Wherein Rabi crop seeds, farming tools and equipment worth around rupees 4.87 crore were distributed to the beneficiaries during the event. Ahead of the New Year 2023 celebrations, Manipur Police has issued guidelines for the public for maintaining law and order during the celebrations. Superintendent of Police, Imphal West District KSA Shivkanta, has appealed to the general public not to create public nuisance and unwarranted disturbances to others in the name of year-end and New Year celebrations in the district while wishing for a safe and happy New Year. The SP held a public meeting at Sekmai Police Station with Officer in Charge Sekmai Police Station KH Sunil Kumar, leaders of all villages and local clubs of the area to chalk out ways to minimize untoward incidents at picnic spots in Sekmai. The meeting aimed to sensitize the leaders of the nuisances which could be witnessed during the New Year celebration and of peaceful ways to control them. anticipating heavy rush of picnickers on December 31st and January 1st, 2023 along the river banks in Sekmai. The SP appealed to everyone visiting the spots to maintain discipline, cleanliness and not to create unnecessary nuisance for others. He strongly appealed against bringing of any licensed firearms or otherwise to the picnic spots and said that any firearm found during frisking and checking at entry points will be confiscated, adding that the licensed firearms would be returned to the rightful owners only after proper verification. People should also be mindful if they are accompanied by children, the SP said, strongly appealing against anyone going unnecessarily into the river. He emphasized the need to be alert, stressing that there have been unwanted drowning incidents in the river in the past couple of years during the festive seasons. He said the police will also identify restricted zones wherein the river runs deep and further urge all to respect these signs. The SP appealed to the picnickers against creating disturbances in the neighboring villages to avoid untoward incidents. Another thing that should be mindful of is the waste, he said, urging picnickers to bring their own waste bags and dispose their waste at IMC designated waste collection centers. Mentioning that several accidents have been witnessed along the highway over the years, he appealed to all to follow traffic rules. He also indicated towards strict traffic checks. The SP also stated that with support of local clubs and leaders, there will be some restrictions on timing of picnic in the area. He said that entry will not be allowed after 12 noon into the picnic spots and that closing time will be 3 p.m. and added that all picnic activities should end by 4 p.m.
Sinau sinataba, kuki sinau sinataba, maitei sinau sing mayam tariba, kogi kun akoi bigi oina. Koi police leader sing aduga club ki leader sing apunna koi Sengmai police station da koi mifam ama pangthok jare mifam si maru oiba pandam ni karino habda lakadoriba 31st amasung 1st koi gi January gi sigi celebration gi matam sida Sengmai hariba jaga si Sengmai ge koi bidale riba jaga si mayam ne amna pamnaba picnic spot amani aduna sida phatanung da thokta ba sa koina purei ba thongi ba thai ba amoda kai kai singje phajana khawom da hapiraga hayum hanbada phajana pubiraga phajana yungi dustbin da or natra IMC gi atum bakeno da IMC gi koi collection lak pa sinabigo akador bisin now singna yamna koi unnecessary oi ba haibtare koi license gan na chingpa singmasi yaring kai paibi rakanu gi train khongman gi picnic spot gi jangba entry point sida frisking checking tawraga koi adu musing de loina collect tawraga koi picnic si loir matung da ko na nini humni lerega koi phajana verify tawro ko pithok chakni aduna sina kai no habda koi gi sigi preventive measures low da biya da ba kai gi no habatam da koi na license kan si puraga ektang sel harau pagi sunungai pagi jawa pagi su ngai kapthok pagi hainabi kana guma mi khara de yawbani na.
Earlier in the state, Chief Minister N. Biren had also chaired a meeting with officers of Assam Rifles, NIA, NCB, NAB, Police and Home Department to discuss issues and strategies of War on Drugs 2.0. The meeting held at the CM Secretariat Cabinet Hall. Chief Minister said that the War on Drugs campaign can become more effective when the executive, legislative and judiciary take up their respective roles and work together. He asserted that the state government will strengthen the War on Drugs campaign and leave no stone unturned to root out drug menace from the state. He also urged the people of the state to extend their support and cooperation to the campaign with utmost seriousness and commitment. He expressed concern over the increasing drug trafficking and abuse in the state and stressed the need to protect the youths from drugs so as to leave a better future for the coming generations. Chief Minister N. Biren had launched the War on Drugs campaign during his previous tenure as Chief Minister in 2018. With the formation of a new government in 2022, the state government under his leadership has been intensifying the War on Drugs campaign 2.0 in every nook and corner of the state. Several communities of the state have also pledged support to the campaign. In a latest development, the Department of Personnel and Training (DOPT) has extended the term of present Chief Secretary of Manipur Rajesh Kumar by another 6 months. According to official sources, the same has been communicated to the state government by the department yesterday. Rajesh Kumar was given a 6 months extension in July 2022. The latest move had belied the hopes of contenders to the top job, including Additional Chief Secretary M.H. Khan, NEC Secretary K. Moses Chalai, and Additional Chief Secretary P. Waifei. Earlier, the state had written to the OPT seeking another 6 months extension for Rajesh Kumar. So far, only 3 Chief Secretaries were given service extension, and the maximum period was 6 months. D.S. Punia was given only 3 months extension, while R.R. Rashmi was given 6 months. R.R. Rashmi had only about 3 months of service when he was appointed Chief Secretary in 2017, and in a special case he was given 6 months extension. Several countries have imposed restrictions on travelers from China because of a surge in COVID-19 infections after the country rolled back its stringent zero-COVID policy. From the United States to Japan, nations are worried that new variants could emerge from China's continuing outbreak and that Beijing may not inform the rest of the world quickly enough. There have been no reports of new variants yet, but there is widespread concern over the lack of information and data from China. The World Health Organization (WHO) has said it was very concerned about rising reports of severe cases across China after the country largely abandoned its zero-COVID policy. While Beijing has moved to reopen its borders and will, from January 8, scrap mandatory quarantine for overseas arrivals, several countries have introduced curbs on arrival from China. From January 5th, the U.S. will impose mandatory COVID-19 tests for travelers from China. All air passengers aged 2 years and older will require a negative test no more than 2 days before departure from China, Hong Kong or Macau. India has already mandated a COVID-19 negative test report for arrivals from China, but also from Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong and Thailand. Japan's new border measures for China will go into effect at midnight on December 30th, just as the country heads into New Year's holidays marked by parties and travel, when infections are expected to rise. The government will also limit requests from airlines to increase flights to China. Italy is the first country in Europe to order COVID-19 antigen swabs and virus sequencing for all travelers coming from China. The main airports in Milan and Rome have already started testing passengers arriving from Beijing and Shanghai. Taiwan also will start testing arrivals from China for COVID-19 from January 1st. All passengers arriving on direct flights from China as well as by boat at 2 offshore islands will have to take PCR test on arrival. Fears over the impact of the new Omicron subvariant BF7 variant have risen in the country after several cases were detected in various countries. In view of the threat posed by the Omicron COVID-19 variant, the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has advised people to wear a proper mask, maintain social distancing at public places, and take both doses of COVID vaccines to ward off the virus. Meanwhile, COVID-19 cases in India are increasing with a slight margin. India reported 267 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. The new infections took the country's total cash load to over 4.46 crore, while active coronavirus cash load has increased to 3,552, which accounts for 0.01% of the total cases. As per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the death toll stands at 5,30,698 with 2 new deaths reported in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease has gone up to 4,41,43,665 with 182 recoveries in the last 24 hours. The country's recovery rate stands at 98.80%. Over 220.07 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Top 3 states contributing maximum number of COVID-19 cases to India's tally are Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka. Meanwhile, in the northeast India, Assam has the highest number of active cases, followed by Mizoram and Meghalaya. COVID-19 has infected over 66 crore 36 lakh, while more than 66 lakh 92,000 have succumbed to the dreaded coronavirus, and recoveries are above 63 crore and 57 lakh. Globally, United States of America has the highest COVID-19 cases, followed by India and France. A team of 37 Assam Rifles and Manipur police found an aerial bomb in a paddy field at the historic Khongzom in Thawal district this morning. According to sources, the bomb was found while an excavator was engaging earthworks in the paddy field in between YMC Brickfield and Khongzom Laukon. Later, it was disposed of safely by the bomb disposal experts of the Manipur Police Bomb Squad at Langthabal Langam Hills around 12 noon. It may be mentioned that Khongzom, located around 33 kilometers from Imphal, is a historical place where the Battle of Khongzom, which was the greatest battle of the Anglo-Manipur War in 1891, took place. A fortnightly lecture series on emerging research trends on human trafficking was organized by Center for Study of Social Exclusion and Inclusion Policy, CSSEIP, Manipur University at the center's conference hall today. Professor of Sociology Department, CSSEIP, University of Hyderabad, Anjaliu Nyomai was the resource person of the event. He stressed on ways to prevent and escape human trafficking. The event aimed to facilitate social science research scholars on use of research methodology in research, as it will equip them with the essential skills and knowledge to deliver efficient results. Researchers of various social sciences disciplines took part in the program. Seventh anniversary of the first open heart surgery and device closure APS RFR performed by Sky Hospital was celebrated today at the hospital. In a press meet held today at Sky Hospital, Rims Road, Chairman of Sky Hospital Larik Yangbam Syam Kisho said that as there are well-advanced technologies for heart treatment in Manipur also, the people have opted the state for treatment instead of going to hospitals and outside. He further said that during these 7 years, device closure was conducted on 51 heart patients at Sky Hospital. He also informed that the hospital has so far treated 174 patients, including children and patients from outside Manipur.
Source of the palpitation, and that is destroyed by radio frequency ablation, by radio frequency energy. That is a cure. So that is a very sophisticated procedure, and that is available readily in Sky Hospital. And as I said, we have done so far 51, and we are doing it. Sigi nungai basi patient gi nungai bidu gi ga khoi ga adu share toba mayam nasu aina khanjabada nungai birangani na khanjai khoi manipur da phangdringai da mapan da chanarami hujik di mapan da chatbagi darkar leitre manipur Sky Hospital da Pangabanina, Ujiki EPS plus RF ablation, high sophisticated procedure si Manibuda, Pangamina, patient with palpitation with supraventricular paroxysmal supraventricular tachycardia, high basi, Laiba patient sing the Mapanchatana, say the treatment 51 Taukare, Sudum Tauri, and patient Amani di Mapana Saluraga, Peloidana, Laga, say the Tauhi Sudum, Anidia or Yaugre, anniversary of such procedures, such operations, which was never available before 2015 in locally, because now it is readily available at Sky Hospital.
Well, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be back with latest news and updates.
Ana Layengi office ki thabak amadi koi bachat pada India ki konung New Delhi da laifam laitaba ki awaba koklagani Delhi airport kayam naknana lairiba Mahipalpur da Manipur miyam ki damakta laizare Hotel Ambrosia laifam gi oina lupa lising amadagi hauraga pung kunmari pickup amadi drop ki taxi service laigani restaurant service ka loinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya phangbigani Vishal Mega Mart Ambience Mall, DLF Mall amadi irap laptana nungairaba mafam kaya yobada khudong charaba mafam amani ngasi ma contact tawbirau Hotel Ambrosia A217 Road number 6 Mahipalpur phone number 9643504772.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching ICE English News. Complying with Chief Minister and Biren Singh's appeal to destroy poppy plantations as an act against drugs in the state, locals setting in surrounding areas of Philengmol Hill Range of Kangpokpi district have destroyed poppy plantations, which is about 60 kilometers from Imphal, Manipur, on December 28. On one of the villagers who were associated with the destruction activity, Jampu Khongsai said that civil voluntary organizations and chief of the village had instructed several times not to plant poppy. But some people still continue in hidden manner. But unfortunately, the state police had warned to arrest village chief in connection to poppy cultivation, despite the fact that they are against it. He added and stated that with an objective to save village chief, the villagers took the decision to destroy this cultivated poppy in the hill range. To achieve the goal of war on drugs is also factored to undergo destruction of poppy planted in the hill range, he added. He also said that majority of the people who were engaged in poppy cultivation are economically backward. Though state government announced to provide alternative livelihood to those poppy cultivators, but in reality they did not provide anything. The state government should accomplish their assurance so that poppy cultivation can be uprooted successfully, he added. He also appreciated Mapho police station for their advice and suggestions to carry out this mass destruction of poppy plant. As a part of war on drugs, a team of Chandel District Police, 8 Manipur Rifles and Narcotics and Affairs of Border destroyed around 10 acres of poppy planted Hansi area of Chandel District. The team said that destruction of poppy plantation will continue till December 30th. Sikkim recorded the highest road fatality rate in the country in 2021 despite not having a larger share of the road network and registered motor vehicles. This was revealed in the Road Accidents in India 2021 report brought out by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, which provides information on various facets of road accidents in the country during the calendar year 2021. Arunachal Pradesh recorded the highest increase in road accidents in the country in 2021 as compared to 2020. The state registered 283 accidents in 2021 as compared to 134 in 2022, which is an increase of 111.2%. The state also recorded the highest number of persons killed in accidents in 2021 as compared to 2020. As per the report, there were 412,432 unfortunate incidents of road accidents during 2021 in the country, which claimed 153,972 lives and caused injuries to 384,448 persons. Assam is in the 5th place in the road fatality rate. Mizoram continued to have the highest severity rate in 2021 at 81%. It had the highest severity rate in 2019 too, which is measured by the number of persons killed per 100 accidents, increased from 36.0 in 2020 to 37.3 in 2021. The report also stated that despite some marginal fluctuations, the percentage share of North states in total accidents has been constant during the last 5 years, that is 2017 to 2021. Assam recorded a 12.4% increase in road accidents in 2020, while Manipur is the only state in the Northeast that has recorded a decrease of 15.3% in accidents in 2020. At least 8 people are feared dead and several others injured in a stampede at Telugu Desam Party TDP chief Chandrababu Naidu's road show in Andhra Pradesh, Nellore on December 28 evening. According to reports, at least 7 TDP workers were killed after a fight broke out between party workers during a road show in Kandukuru, Nellore district, according to police. The workers died after falling into a sewage. According to police, a clear picture would emerge later only after proper investigation is done into the matter. Meanwhile, the injured are being treated in a hospital. Naidu, who immediately cancelled the meeting, announced rupees 10 lakh to the kin of the deceased. He also asked the party leaders to ensure that the injured receive better medical care, according to a media report. Let's now have the sports news. In sports today, ATK Mohun Bagan avenged their 3-0 loss to FC Goa earlier this season with a hard-fought by 2-1 victory in the Indian Super League match at the Vivekananda Yuva Bharati Krirangan in Kolkata. In the match played yesterday, Dimitri Petretos scored his 5th goal of the season inside 10 minutes before Anwar Ali cancelled it out in the 25th minute, but Hugo Buemos scored in the 52nd minute to seal the match. The win takes ATK Mohun Bagan back into third, 2 points behind Hyderabad FC, while FC Goa remain 5th and could drop the 6th if Odisha FC win their game. ATK Mohun Bagan will now get a break during the next match week and will be back in action on January 14, 2023 against Mumbai City FC. FC Goa will return home to host Hyderabad FC on January 5, 2023. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Chief Minister Nongthomen Biren holds deliberations on replacing illegal poppy cultivation with high-quality value crops in Jhum areas. Manipur Police issues guidelines for public for maintaining law and order during New Year celebrations. State government will strengthen war on drugs campaign, leave no stone unturned to root out drug menace from Manipur, says Chief Minister. Department of Personnel and Training extends term of present Chief Secretary of Manipur Rajesh Kumar by another 6 months. And World Health Organization concerned about rising reports of severe cases across China after the country largely abandoned its zero COVID policy. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching ICE News and have a great evening.